You know that feeling, right? That moment, maybe after a great group trip.
Oh, yeah. Or even just dinner out with friends.
Totally. Or like settling up house bills, everyone's
Yeah.
feeling good, and then boom, the bill.
Or just, okay, time to figure out who owes what.
Exactly. And you hear that little sigh go around the table.
Uh-huh. Out come the phones, the calculator apps.
And then it starts okay, I had the salad, you had the steak, but I paid for the first round. It gets messy.
And those endless Venmo requests, right? Like 5 different payments for one meal.
I swear, I've been on trips where sorting the money took longer than the fun part. It's just such a universal kind of awkward
You
thing.
really can kill the vibe.
Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into something that might just fix that.
A potential solution.
Yeah, a clever app called Split Group Bills. It's from a developer named Nico Jersh.
Okay.
And our mission today is really to unpack how this thing works, how it promises to make all those calculations, well, maybe even effortless.
Yeah. And what's interesting, I think, is that it's not just another bill splitter. There are tons of those.
True.
Split seems to be aiming higher, really trying to simplify the whole reconciliation process, make it genuinely fair and efficient.
Efficient is the key word there, I think.
Definitely. So we'll look at its main features, the thinking behind it, and see how it handles, the tricky bits of shared money.
Okay, let's get into it. So, at its core, what's the fundamental problem Split is tackling, and how does it start?
Well, the main goal is just simplifying how you settle up when you share expenses.
Right.
Pretty straightforward on the surface.
Right, but how does it begin? What's the first step in the app?
It starts with creating groups. So you make a group for, say, your vacation or your apartment roommates, or maybe just one party you threw.
Okay, specific context. Makes sense.
Exactly. Then, within that group, you add the expenses as they happen.
Just logging what was spent.
Yeah, but crucially, you log who paid.
Got it.
And just as important, who should be charged for that specific thing.
Ah, okay, so not just divide by 5.
Right. That initial step, tracking who paid and who benefits within that specific group, that's the foundation. It builds the data it needs.
So it creates like a clear shared record right from the start.
Precisely. A single source of truth for all the money moving around in that group. Without that accurate log, the smart part later wouldn't work.
Okay, that makes sense. Getting the input right is key. But like you said, logging isn't always the hardest part. I can do that in a notebook. It's the settling up, the final who owes who how much. That's where the real mental load comes in. How does Split make that part smarter?
Right, and this is where I think Split really stands out. It has this smart calculation feature.
Smart calculation.
Yeah, it doesn't just add up totals. It actually figures out the most efficient way to settle all the debts within the group.
Efficient how?
By minimizing the total number of payments needed. It's looking at the whole picture.
Okay, hang on. Give me an example.
Okay, imagine simple case.
Yeah.
You owe me $10, I owe Sarah $10, and Sarah owes you $10.
Right. A circle.
A basic calculator might say, okay, 3 payments needed. You pay me, I pay Sarah, Sarah pays you.
Yeah, seems logical.
But Split looks at the net result. Everyone's balance is 0 in the end. So Split would say 0 payments needed. Everyone's already square.
Oh, okay. That is smart. It cuts out the unnecessary steps.
Exactly. Or maybe you owe me $20, but I owe Chris $15 instead of 2 separate payments.
Right.
Split might figure out, okay, you just pay Chris $15 directly, and then you only need to pay me the remaining $5.
One payment to Chris, one smaller one to you. Instead of me paying you $20 and you then paying Chris $15.
Precisely. It finds the shortest path to get everyone back to 0. It minimizes the transaction traffic, essentially.
That sounds like it could save a lot of back and forth, like a lot fewer Venmo requests flying around.
That's the whole idea. It tackles the how to pay problem, not just the what is owed problem. It's optimizing the settlement flow.
Wow, okay. That's genuinely useful. But, quick question, does that optimization ever feel weird? Like, if Split tells me to pay someone I barely know to settle a debt with my best friend, can you override it?
That's a fair point. The apps suggest the most efficient path for the group as a whole, but it also gives you a really clear summary.
So you see the final balances anyway.
Yeah, you see exactly who, net, owes whom how much. So while Split suggests, say, you pay Chris $15, you still see the underlying breakdown.
Ah, okay.
So if you really wanted to pay your friend directly first for social reasons, you could. You have the info. The app just shows the mathematically simplest way.
Gotcha. It gives you the optional route, but you still hold the map.
You could put it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
The transparency is there.
Cool. So it's smart with the math. But life isn't always online, is it? Or even in the same currency.
Right.
What about like that camping trip I mentioned? Zero signal. Or a big trip to Europe with the euros and dollars flying around. Does it handle that?
It does, and this is another area where its versatility really shines. It seems designed for those real-world situations.
Okay, how so?
First, offline mode. You can create a group and add expenses completely offline, no signal needed.
Perfect for camping or, yeah, remote areas?
Exactly. It calculates everything right there on your device.
Yeah.
Then, if you do have a connection later, or for trips where multiple people need access.
Like a longer vacation where everyone's adding costs?
Right. You can turn on syncing. Then multiple people can add expenses to the same group in real time. Everyone sees the same updated info.
So it works both ways, offline solo or online collaborative.
Yep. And second, the currency thing. This is huge for travel.
Tell me about it. Currency conversion is a nightmare.
Splid supports over 150 currencies, and it does the conversion automatically based on current rates.
No way, seriously?
Yep. So you just enter the expense in whatever currency you paid, euros, yen, pesos, whatever.
And it figures out the equivalent in the group's main currency.
Exactly. No need for a separate converter app or mental math gymnastics. It just handles it.
That alone sounds like it removes a massive travel headache.
It really does. Makes international group trips much, much easier to manage financially.
Okay, that covers a lot. Offline, online, global currencies. Pretty robust. But, expenses aren't always simple division.
Rarely are, yeah.
What if, like, someone skipped dinner one night? Or maybe one person paid for snacks, but only 3 people ate them. Can it handle those uneven splits?
Absolutely. And that's another key strength. It's designed for what it calls complex bills.
Complex bills.
Which basically means uneven splits.
Yeah.
So if someone contributed a different amount, you can specify that.
Like I paid $20, you paid $10 towards the same $30 item.
Yep. Or you can split by percentages.
Yeah.
Or, importantly, you can select who was actually involved in a specific expense.
So if someone opted out of an activity.
You just uncheck their name for that particular expense, and the app automatically excludes them from that specific calculation.
So it adjusts the split only among the people who are actually part of that cost.
Exactly. It ensures fairness even when participation isn't equal across every single item. You don't have to manually track who was in or out for every little thing.
That sounds really intuitive and practical.
It is. And then when all the dust settles, for practical record keeping, you can download a summary of everything. All the expenses, who paid, who owes what.
As like a report?
Yeah. Either as a PDF file, which is great for just sharing a final summary.
Okay.
Or as an Excel file, which gives you all the raw data if you need it for, more detailed tracking or records.
Wow, PDF and Excel. That covers both casual sharing and more serious accounting.
Right. It makes the finer reconciliation really clear and documented.
This sounds incredibly useful, honestly. So the big question then, is this all free? Or are there catches? How do they make money?
Good question. So the core functionality, creating groups, adding expenses, the smart calculations, that's generally free.
Okay, that's great to hear.
But they do have in-app purchases to unlock extra features, sort of a freemium model.
Like what?
Well, there's something called Splid Plus. It's pitched as a premium tier.
So more features? Ad-free, maybe?
Likely both, yeah. Advanced options for power users, and definitely an ad-free experience, which many people prefer.
Makes sense. What else?
There's also an option sometimes seen called 2 groups, or similar.
Meaning the free version has a limit.
It suggests that, the free version might limit you to, say, just 1 or 2 active groups at a time. Buying that lets you manage more simultaneously.
Okay, so if you're juggling housemates and a vacation and a weekend trip, you might need to upgrade.
Potentially, yes. And remember those reports we mentioned?
The PDF and Excel.
Right. Some info suggests the PDF export might be free for everyone.
But the Excel?
The Excel export, with all that nice sortable data, might be one of those premium features you unlock with a purchase.
Okay, so a tiered approach. Core stuff free, power features paid. Pretty standard.
Exactly. Let you try it out, see if the core works for you, and then decide if you need the extras.
Right. So there you have it. That was our deep dive into Splid. It really seems designed to smooth out those awkward money moments in groups.
From the simple dinner bill to, complex international trips.
It's all about making it efficient, clear, and hopefully just less stressful. So you can focus on the fun, not the finances.
Absolutely. I think the key thing here is seeing how smart design can really tackle a common frustration.
Yeah.
It's using optimization, thinking about real-world use like offline needs and currencies, handling complexity. It turns a chore into something almost invisible.
It really shows the power of good automation for everyday stuff.
Definitely. It's not just about the math. It's about improving how we interact around shared money.
And thinking about that, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If an app can solve the bill splitting problem this elegantly, using smart calculations and intuitive design, what other little administrative annoyances in our lives are just waiting for a similar solution?
That's a great question.
You know, those slightly awkward, tedious tasks? What else could be made truly effortless with the right app design, freeing us up from the logistics?
Something to think about for sure. What's the next everyday friction point that technology can smooth over?
Exactly. Something for you to ponder next time you're figuring out who owes what after a great time with friends.